following presentation of the National Football League.
Visitor sideline, Pete Carroll, the coach of the Raiders. His guys come in on a two-game skid, hoping to turn things around. His counterpart on the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of the home crowd. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, accentuate the positive. Because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back who likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. The rushing totals for Dobbins last week, 16 carries, 57 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
And this turns into a nice game with a slide at the end. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Off the bootleg, here's Nix. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Brings up second and 10.
They'll run with a second-round pick from April's draft. And once again, they'll get possibly back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got to get it to the 21 here on third down. Throwing Nix. That is caught. Oh, good move. And all the way home for the Broncos score. Evan Mims, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team is going to start. They started really well. Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of the team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week, we're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. Oh, a heck of a move. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
And how about Geno Smith? The number of times we've looked at his career and said, here's something new for him.
And that's exactly what we're talking about with his move to Las Vegas after 5 seasons in Seattle. Over 70% last season completion percentage. And the Raiders, they definitely need that type of efficiency in Vegas. And the best part, he has a head coach in Pete Carroll who really believes in him.
A 6-yard pickup.
They'll run for the first time with Ashton Jeanty. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. They'll try to run for it with Jeanty. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
First down. A gain of 11 on the play. And the Raiders first down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. When you look at this Bronco defense, this unit, they've struggled a little bit against the pass, ranked number 21 in the league.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line.
14 yards. And the Raider first down.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
They'll go again with Jeanty. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 3. Now Gino. Open man is Myers. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 21. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
First down. A gain of 11 on the play.
On first down, it's Jeanty. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 49 yards rushing for him on their opening drive of the contest, and it's now 1st and goal.
Raiders first down. First down, Las Vegas.
And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
Gino now to throw. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. 4th down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Carlson is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Broncos offense, led by their running back, headed out for the 2nd possession. And they love to find different ways to get him the football. We know that. And you can see he comes into this week 2nd in the NFL in receiving yards out of the backfield. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Now it's Nix. Now he'll tuck this and run. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 in the first.
A gain of 15 yards. That's another Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Nick's going to give to Harvey. And he is going to lose yardage here. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. To throw is Nix. He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
A gain of 17 yards. That's another Broncos first down.
Harvey now on first and 10. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down.
The line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10. At the Raiders.
Here's Nix. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
That's a gain of 3.
Nix to the air. And that is incomplete. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's 4th.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
The Broncos field goal. A 40-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Now he's going to step up and run. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll give him a new set of downs.
7-yard gain. And the Raiders first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Gino going to hand it to Genty. He'll get this up to about the 44. You look at this Bronco defense. They come into this one down at the 27th position in the league, Charles, against the run.
For some defensive fronts, playing the run is not the priority. It's playing the pass, right? They get upfield, they rush the passer, and sometimes neglect stopping the run. That's something they have to work on and reverse a little bit. Make sure you play the run on your way back to the quarterback.
10-3 our score after 1 here on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Las Vegas with the football. They'll sneak it with Smith. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Las Vegas first down.
They pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with a back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and less than a yard.
Smith keeps it on the sneak. And he is going to have the Raiders first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
2 yards on the play. First down, Raiders.
After the run, Smith going to throw. That's caught by Tucker. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, first and 10. Tucker hauls it in over the middle. Second and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
To throw is Smith. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Geno Smith, an 18-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders are an extra point away from drawing level.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision, and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits are on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. They juked him. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Broncos offense and Bo Nix getting set for this next possession. As we check out the league leaders in passing yards, you can see he's right up there among the best in the NFL at this point in the season. On the ground, it's Harvey to start the drive. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
To throw, here's Nix. He'll get that complete to Franklin. Third down and 13.
No gain on the play. Brings up third and 13.
Looking to throw. Nix. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. Fourth down, so Jake Camarda is out there. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Taken from just outside the 30. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the Raiders will take over now first and 10. The Raiders heading out to take over. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they're going to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you got someone to tackle him.
Oh, it's out. Smith lost it.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's third and long. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Cole now on to punt, and he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Well, the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this help breaks the tackle? He's got room to run. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
But when you're able to break a run against a cover 2 or a 2-deep zone, safeties are back a little ways. What you're counting on is the guys taking care of business up front and then maybe climbing to the second level. That offensive lineman or tight end getting up to the second level and able to block the safety in order to create a big run.
And making those linemen work with a couple blocks. They look good doing it there. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. And the Raiders will take over possession here up at the 44. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Bowers. A very solid gain of 27.
It's a gain of 27 yards. And a Las Vegas first down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So a first and 10 now in Denver territory at the 30-yard line. Now it's Smith. And that is incomplete here.
Second and 10. We're all knotted up at 10, but it appears that may change soon. Only question is, will they have to settle for 3?
Throwing now is Gino.
Short throw caught by Bowers. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury.
We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. The Raiders on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll sneak it with Smith. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Only a yard on the sneak, not enough. And he's a few inches short for 4th down.
For the Raider field goal, a 37-yard attempt.
Carlson able to put this one through. And they will take the lead at 13-10.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Denver's offense now set to go. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Powering forward, fighting through it, he's got space. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Off the play fake, Nix. He finds Sutton crossing the formation complete.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
At the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Open man, and again it's Sutton. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Up the middle, it's Harvey.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
47 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over it that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Back to throw. Nix setting up a screen for Harvey. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Looking to throw. Nix. His pass caught at the 4. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
A pickup of 2. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
Working out of the gun is Nix. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Evan Ingram, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos will take the lead here in the final minute of the 1st half. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. One final go for this offense here this 1st half. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. They'll keep it on the ground again here. So halftime, past the halfway point of the season, and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
And this is going to be a Raiders 1st down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
And a Raider 1st down.
That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the 3rd quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
But Nick Bonito not letting him escape there. He was in instant pursuit off the snap and dropped him behind the line. They'll fake it. Now Smith. Now he's going to step up and run. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Smith keeps it on the sneak. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Only a yard on the sneak, not enough. And he's a few inches short for 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Broncos offense and veteran receiver Cortland Sutton getting set for their next drive. And he's right up there amongst the league's best when it comes to racking up receiving yards this season. Currently ranked in the top 5 as things stand here. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
And the Broncos first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he gets this one just shy of 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll go again with Dobbins. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 46.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix. He completes this to Sutton. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
That's good for a Broncos first down.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Nix quickly into the hands of Mims. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Nix to throw again. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Marvin Mims with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is in a continuation.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. What's good on the extra point? And that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Well, now how about this return? And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. The drive will begin with a run by Genty. And he stopped immediately there. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On the zone read, a give to Genty. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 90 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
First down. A gain of 12. First down, Las Vegas.
He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And some room to work. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. His running
running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front. That's prepared for him to try and take off.
A run out of the gun with Genty. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now they send a man in motion right. Genty is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They get this out left. Touchdown, Raiders. Jacoby Myers, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders are back within a score. Had the option there, read it perfectly, and an easy little touchdown toss.
And it has to be a sharp throw, too, because of where they are on the field. The extra traffic, things are condensed near the goal line. Good route by the receiver as well.
And someone a little too eager to block this extra point. Henceforth the flag. And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
And he's not going to get in as a try for 2 comes up empty. So they will be unable to cut this to a field goal as the differential remains 5.
Already know how it go. Already know I got on go. Money calling, gotta go. You gotta go if you play or you throw. On the floor.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage. Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn the field and gain any yardage.
And he will have the Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
12 yards. And the Broncos 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 46 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They run straight ahead with Harvey. And he gets it down to the 32. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth. A give up the middle to Dobbins. They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Brings up 3rd down.
On the sneak, it's Nix. And he will have the Broncos first down, at least at first glance, as they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Now a handoff for Dobbins. Oh, what a move. Now that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards. Second down and a little more than a yard here.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Another run here with Dobbins. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd. Yeah, this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Broncos add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index, because now it's a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Raiders 19.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Raiders offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. He'll get the tight end Bowers involved there. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
Yards on the play. And the Las Vegas first down.
Now Gino. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. J.K. Dobbins with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos add on to their fourth quarter lead, and they are on their way to improving to 8-2. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one.
We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Geno now to throw.
And that's going to be incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Smith now to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
15 yards on the play.
Again, Smith.
Short throw caught by Bowers.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
First down. A gain of 13 yards. First down, Raiders.
And they just did not get the snap away in time.
Delay of game, offense.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Here's Smith. Over the middle, complete. It's Tucker. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
A gain of 7. It's 2nd and 8. At the 47-yard line.
Smith throwing again.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Now Smith. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They snap it to Smith. That is caught. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10.
Throwing again is Smith. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Now Smith. On the crossing route, complete. It's Myers. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Smith.
Pass complete right side to Bowers.
That's
field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Smith. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. So they'd converted their first 2 4th down attempts. Not there. Now they're 2 for 3.
You think maybe the offense coordinator expended a little capital on that one? You know, when you're 2 for 2, you can lobby for that 3rd one, right? Didn't get it there. Maybe now the head coach might not be so eager to go for it as we go forward.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
18-yard line.
Dobbins running out of the gun. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
On the sneak, it's Nix. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of 2. And the Broncos.
And when all you want to do is keep your drive going, quarterback sneak's a great call, isn't it? Pick it up. Get a new set of downs.
And on 3rd down, well, usually you think 4th down quarterback sneak. There, though, it worked on 3rd. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it could be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum moment. Maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give them 5 on the return.
And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Raiders offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. They'll get this out to Genty.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Throwing now is Gino. Open man is Myers. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Throwing is Smith.
And he almost had his 2nd pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete.
To the air again, Smith.
That's to the left side, pulled in by Besh.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Goes in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. Here's 2nd and 10.
To throw is Smith.
Tucker hauls it in over the middle.
Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
They'll go. Here's Genty.
And they can't bring him down. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Las Vegas, first down.
And he'll indeed get him to the line and spike it here to stop the clock. 2nd and 10. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
That's into the hands of his tight end, Bowers. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds.
The Raider, first down.
One last throw here for Smith. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. DJ Jones, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Broncos, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, they are